Alright, what's going on today, chat? So, it's a very last minute stream decision. So, I got a little bit of some extra time. I'm gonna finally, I got some new sleeves. I'm gonna be going through pretty much this entire box of just raw stuff today. I'm gonna be scanning it in. You can kind of see, you won't be able to see right quick, but I have a bunch of just like WotC stuff we're going to be going through, and you'll see it on screen, and it kind of shows what I'm showing right now, or I'm about to show, is the scanning program that'll show you the condition of the card. So basically virtualizing and optimizing the process a little bit. So still kind of learning some of the kinks, but we're just gonna kind of just chill, talk shop. If you guys want to ask any questions or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to. But yeah, let's let me shift over to the other one. And this is the program that you'll see here soon. Got a ton of old WotC stuff. Some of it's in pretty good shape, but again, today is really just focusing on anything that would be worth at least $1 or more over on eBay. Because my main goal is to get some of these cards finally listed and optimize the process a little bit more. So figured I'd add some time, start doing that today. So hopefully you guys are having a good Saturday with your 4th of July weekend. For those of you who are in the States. It's been a hot one over here. Hopefully you guys can't hear my fan too much, but it is extremely hot in my room. It's about like 85, and I have no AC in this part of the house, so we gotta make it work. All right, so these ones I'm actually going to put sleeves on. So let's see. So those ones. It's unfortunate some of these are in pretty rough shape. But let's sleeve some of these, at least the rares. The rares are where I'm gonna be focusing most of my effort. Because the idea is to get these scanned in, and then if I need to, at a later time, look at the prices for anything that might be above $1. But most of this, basically, I'm just looking more for quantity over quality today. But we shall see. All right. Just had that. Yeah, so we got like a wide range of just random stuff. We got like base set, we got some shadowless stuff, we have some black and white, we have some X and Y. It is literally all over the place today. So once I get these sleeved up, start scanning them in. And then if there's anything crazy, I'll probably set aside to clean, but for the most part, these are in this bulk box for a reason, so I'm not going to be wasting too much of my energy and effort into getting them cleaned. So, let's see. And then just so you guys can kind of see this process, I'm going to actually turn back on my scanner. You can kind of see this whole... Let's see, that turned out pretty good. I think it did. That turned out to be pretty good. Just resize it a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better on stream. Yeah, that's a nice scan for sure. It's nice too because this allows us to kind of really look at, you know, some of these imperfections, like right there on that left side, or so it's always pretty cool. All right, so now we just kind of keep doing that. Let's just double check to make sure. Yeah, so we can still see some issues, which is good. Issues with the cards, because that's what I'm, at the end of the day, that's what I'm really looking for, so. Alright, so these were scanned. Make sure we can see. Yeah, the only thing about this is that I have to... Because, like, some of the damage that's on the card... So, like, for example, right by the arm here, there is a pretty significant bend. Or not a bend, like a dent that's present right in his arm that you can't see on the scan. But But at the end of the day, as long as I consistently state the condition of the card and it's only like $1, it's just one of those kind of like is what it is kind of scenarios. Versus just like having this card just rot in a box. Never again to see the light of day. So the only question is, will this actually fit in the scanner? Let's see. So this will not. Fit in the sleeve, I don't think. Nope, those won't fit. These should, though. Yeah, that should fit. So I have a bunch of these Topps, these old school Topps Pokemon cards. So I'm hoping they don't get swallowed in the scanner. But we shall see. A lot of sleeving. But at the end of the day, this is some of the kind of the down and dirty that you got to do for selling cards online. You know, you got to put in these hours of just sleeving cards and, you know, only making, you know, pennies on the dollar for some of them. It's a lot, but the opportunity is there for sure. So one thing I probably should test before I continue on, however, is whether or not this will cause a jam. And my gut is saying that it probably will, which is unfortunate. Let's see. Do these actually fit? Let's see. Man, it'd be really nice if these could. But they do not, unfortunately, so we have to see. Let's hope that it does not just completely just destroy these cards. Let's see. Where is my stuff? Here we go. That's the wrong sleeve. Yeah, these tops cards, these ones right here, these ones are always like so hard to find like accurate pricing on, unfortunately. So I'm thinking probably for these, because even like price charting is just like wildly inaccurate. So what's kind of nice about doing these like POV streams is that I can kind of upload the VOD to eBay or anyone that's interested in like the lot. So then that way they can kind of see the entire lot as a whole, including the scans, because I think eBay only allows up to 30 pictures or something like that. Or I might just do like stream giveaways with them, depending on if they're not even worth the time. That's another avenue I've been considering more often than not, is what other unique ways that you can kind of hand out or distribute cards that is more of like an investment, like doing giveaways or stuff like that. Because there's a box I even have to the left of me that I was gonna have as a donation to a local school, but they never got it back around to me. I donated to them before, but they never got back to me again, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So once I get done with this stack, I'm hoping that they can scan, because these are a little bit bigger. Because the problem is that I want most of these cards to be in sleeves if they're worthy of being in a sleeve. So I don't want to obviously waste, you know, sleeves on cards that will never be sold or intended on being sold, but at the same time, if I bring these to shows, that's another avenue to bring these to shows and just put them in like a 10-cent box. That's just as good, so. But I have to have a much bigger table again, because I feel like I've been growing out of the 6-foot tables pretty quickly, and having an extra one to have some of these like lower priced cards would be a pretty big opportunity. All right, so let's see if the old scanner will do this or if it will jam. We're gonna find out together. We're gonna see if it jams or not. It started to. It started to. So I'm thinking that with these ones, since the cardstock's a little bit thicker, and I haven't noticed any, knock on wood, any roller damages, I might just let these ride as is. Because otherwise, it's either I scan them out of the sleeve and potentially have a card listed, but based off of everything that I've been seeing, especially on the sleeves, I haven't noticed any scratches from the roller. Because obviously, look, I mean, you can even tell the difference, right? Here's the sleeve getting swallowed in the scanner versus this one, like. And then if I look, the front looks fine. And the back looks fine too. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine to me. Because none of these are going to be, none of these are going to be gradable or anything. So, otherwise I would have at this point. So let me actually, can I just delete this? Yes. Yes. Yeah, none of these are gradable by any means, so If they were, I'd be a little bit more reluctant, but... This one actually might be. Let's see. It's nice because I have... I have this here just for this exact reason. Just in case if I see one, it acts both as my light and a quick I need to look at the card's condition before I put it in the scanner to see if it's worth like cleaning or submitting. And the corners on this actually look pretty good. Yeah, that one might be... That might be put in their first clean pile. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so like this one, this Clefairy that I'm about to put through, it's not worth grading because there's like dents and creases. It's like even if there's any roller issues, it's not gonna matter. Let's see. It's got some frayed edges, so not worthy. Not worthy, chat. Let me just double check. I should probably do that as a rule of thumb, just double check every time. And yeah, I don't see anything. So good. The process is working. Let me check something here. Whoa. Oh, that's definitely the wrong button. Alright, Dratini. No way. So Ivysaur is looking pretty good. Yeah, that might be going in this guy right here. Might be going in the pile to clean. Hmm. This one doesn't look like it. I feel like I have to scan the Dragonite because I did the Dratini, Dragonair, but watch, this thing's going to be in good enough shape for me to grade. No. Close, but no cigar. Now we're hitting the old school Mewtwo Strikes Back here. Loved this movie as a kid. No for that one. I can't even remember where you get these from. I think it was just Tops, right? Yeah. I'll have to figure out if I even have the full... Because I bought this from a larger collection, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if I noticed if it was the complete set or not. Seems like there are not any major duplicates, which is nice. I'm not even gonna bother. Getting so nitpicky with these movie cards is just gonna take forever. They are cool, though. Oh, the Tears. The one that revived Ash. Alright. Is there any more in there? Because I kind of want to just keep them together. Probably should have done that before, but... Let's see. Some Pikachu's Vacation. I think we scanned this one already. Not this one specifically, but I think we... already scanned one of these. Just keep checking, just to make sure that those rollers aren't doing any damage. And so far, it's been good. There will come a time, which I'm imagining, that it will be an issue. The more like dirty cards I kind of put through the roller, but for now, I just have to keep kind of paying attention to it. And hollow, like normal hollows specifically, I don't think I'd ever rip through. But, alright, so we have more. Got some starters. Got some more just TV stuff. Oh, these are all the puzzle pieces, I'm pretty sure. Yes, those are all the puzzle pieces. I'll have to... Oh, here we go. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Yeah, it was literally just... I figured I had to do some work, so I just figured... Because I've been doing a lot of troubleshooting, too, with Streamlabs, so I was like, I'll just stream doing what I was going to do anyway. Just to make sure, because I was also working on... You kind of see, like, all the new overlay. I got some different lighting, so just trying to, you know, take some opportunities to do some additional testing and just kind of chill out, so yeah, hopefully you're having a good good Saturday. Those are pretty dirty. Yeah, just starting to scan some cards. Try to figure out what I want, because I'm going through all the movie ones right now. So just trying to figure out what I want to even do with these and whatnot. So, and I got a bunch of tight fit sleeves, which is good for like the hollow scans. Protect those cards a little bit better. I think, let's see. it was a hollow maybe, but so yeah, right now I'm just chilling. I did a I actually did a test TikTok stream last night, and obviously if you didn't know about it, then the test did not work. They wanted me to just try streaming to TikTok directly, and basically what I found out is that it was streaming to it, but it just kept me stuck in a stream is starting, or it's about to start screen. So I don't know, we'll see if they can figure it out. So far I will say they have been pretty responsive, so that's always a good sign. And hopefully some of these rares can actually go through the scanner. Some of these are beat. So much base set 2 in here. Man, so many pincers. Literally, that was just like 6 pincers in a row. Let me see if I can... Like, look at this. It was literally 5 pincers. Like, why do I have so many pincers? That's crazy. Hey Chris, if you're here, do you mind doing me a favor? If you're still in the chat. I'm really curious if there's a bot command that actually works or not. I just added it very last minute. Actually, I could probably just do it on my alt account. Let's see. Nope. There we go. Perfect. That's cool that it works like that. All right. That's the wrong sleeve. Birds are going crazy in my house right now. I just heard it through my I just heard it through my ult. All right, time to scan. Beautiful. It's crazy that I've already scanned basically like 40 cards already. Which just goes to show that this process is just so nice. Like the fact that I can just drop it in the scanner, not have to worry about it. Because the speed alone is just saving me so much time. We're flying now, chat. Jeez. I really wanted to see how fast it could do for, like, rapid fire. So we just did what? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards in like 30 seconds. But the thing is, let's see if it messed up the image quality, and it did not, which is good. That's awesome. This is the play, chat. I'm telling you, this is the play. So I wonder if I can do, like... Should I even get crazier and try 2 at a time? Probably not 2. So I'm literally, I'm just like dropping them in. Ooh, an e-reader getting scanned? First time? First time an e-reader's ever got scanned? Legitimately? Alright, let's take a look how they look. So far, so good. Vileplume. Vileplume's looking dirty as all hell. But again, all these cards are pretty much just... I'll probably set some of these aside if I ever need to do like a explanation on how to clean cards. And it'd be kind of nice to do like a... Maybe that might be a good move too, to take some of these and do like a before and after. But I have to have the time to do it. Like this one's awful. That one's so dirty. Like that, it just has like all sorts of just crap all over it. Like all up here, and that is disgusting. That's so gross. But so we're making some moves here, chat. Like, I feel like I've gone through. I mean, we're already at what, 118. So that's almost 60 cards that we've scanned in the last hour. So it's basically like a, with me talking or whatever, it's like a card a minute. Which is great. Like the fact that I can just instantly just upload it. It's a big time saver for sure. Ugh, I feel like I have to like shift my posture here. So I keep like leaning over to have to scan these cards anyway. I'll have to probably organize these by set number 2. So I'm thinking, with what I have, I'm going to try to have it so that I have at least a large enough lot, I think. I know that I say that I'm not even going to bother grading some of these. Just because I know I'll never get around to it, and I know that not like the risk, but the return on investment is just not going to be there. And it'd just be better just to have like the set complete and sell as raw, or sell as a lot raw. So let's just gonna go here. Man, it would be nice to have TikTok multi-stream right now. Be really nice. Ooh, we got the Pikachu. See, that's why you have to have kind of all the cards in this lot. Make it a little bit more enticing. Especially the Pikachu. Just make sure. Yeah, this thing is great. Hey, Bronze. Yeah, it's... Sometimes you just have to do it, man. You just have to scan. Right now I'm using a Canon R40 scanner, and just... I'm already at, like, 160. So right now, just kind of going through some top stuff. But yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one that has to suffer through scanning and organizing cards. Because I basically have this whole box left. And this isn't even scratching the surface. But hopefully you're doing good. Thanks for stopping in and checking my stream out. I appreciate it if you're still here. Because I figured I'd just be doing this stuff anyway, so might as well just stream it. And if anything, too, which is kind of nice, when I do list this as a lot, I can reference this VOD, too. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Bronze. I too also work full time, and yeah, just trying to find the time to, you know, just to do this stuff it definitely takes a long time. That's why I'm just so happy that it probably took me way longer than it should have to buy a scanner, because I literally just have boxes upon boxes of cards that are, you know, like $1, 50 cents, whatever, plus, you know, the 99-cent shipping. But it's just the time that it takes to even list them is just so high. Like the cost in itself of the time is so high. And yeah, I definitely feel your pain, man. I definitely do. You're not alone in thinking that, for sure. But yeah, so I'm just trying to take advantage of this July 4th weekend and just catch up on all these cards and scan, and let's go start. Yeah, I mean, I would say, you know, so what am I scanning them to? So right now I'm going to be scanning them into my my business Google Drive. And then basically what I'm going to do then is go over to eBay, import them either as a lot or as singles, depending, because I think most of the top stuff that I'm scanning in right now, all these are probably going to go into one master, like, big card lot. It'll just save me some time. Like, I know I'm probably, you know, it's going to be negligible. Like, as long as I have a majority of the set, I'll list it as a lot. But yeah, I'm just scanning them into my Google Drive. Try to optimize everything as much as I can. But you should try streaming, man. I mean, I primarily stream over on TikTok. I'm just starting to stream over on YouTube. My goal is to do multi-streaming, but currently I'm working with Streamlabs to get that figured out, but that I don't want to put you to sleep by explaining that. Any of the top stuff worth grading? As of now, there hasn't been, like, so right now I'm gonna be, so once I'm done scanning the non-hollows, I'm gonna see where I'm at with, like, collecting the set. Because I do have some Topps Chrome hollow cards that might be worth grading. But again, you know, a lot of these are going to be, you know, if they don't get the 10 or whatever, is it really going to be worth it at the end of the day? Probably not, you know, because even though I have the Collectors Club membership, you know, and the declared value of all this stuff is probably going to be under 200. Like, the idea is, like, if it comes back as an 8, you know, am I going to be able to recoup some of that loss? And it's probably not. So I'd say a really long-winded way of answering your question. From what I've seen so far, excluding the hollows, which I haven't scanned yet, I haven't seen any that have been worth submitting at that $15 price point, thinking that they're going to get a 9 or a 10. And, you know, that's kind of what's nice about it, is if someone, like, wants to see, you know, if someone wants to look at this lot and say, oh yeah, there's some cards in there that I think I'd rather, like, I want to grade, that entices people to purchase the lot even more too, which is always good. But yeah, for sure. And honestly too, like, if someone were to ask me, like, where to start, I cannot emphasize enough that, like, TikTok and Instagram, no, you're good. I'm just chilling. I literally would just be sitting in silence. I do not mind scanning and talking. But honestly, if you're trying to look for that, like, initial discoverability, I would really recommend, like, TikTok or Instagram first. Because my big goal is to try to shift people over to, like, the YouTube platform. Hey, C Pancake, how's it going? But I mean, everyone kind of does their own thing, right? Because on TikTok, you really have to have, like, even though you're, like, TikTok or Instagram, even though you're streaming, you have to have that really fast turnover of attention. So your content has to be basically digestible within like 30 seconds, even in a stream. So like what you're talking about, if you feel kind of burned out, like after customer service, like it might not even be that good of an investment, but the discoverability is unmatched. That's literally the only reason why I have most of the support that I have now is from carried over from TikTok. Hey Pancake, how's it going? So hopefully you guys are enjoying your 4th of July weekend. Right now I'm waiting for some friends to get back to me, so I just figured instead of just scrolling on TikTok or doom scrolling YouTube or Instagram, might as well just scan some cards and test the stream out. I just made all these overlays last night. I stayed up probably later than I should have, just making overlays, but I think they came out pretty nice. But yeah, but if you guys have any questions about like what I do or whatever, I'd be more than happy to help answer. But yeah, I hear you, Bronze. I kind of work in customer service. I work more in like IT, more on the back end. So this is kind of like my leisurely like separation, even though, you know, like I'm still using technology and whatever. It's a nice creative outlet for sure to like make overlays and kind of showcase some Pokemon stuff. Thank you, Pancake. I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. But yeah, I'd say why not? Like, why not go for streaming if you really want to? Man, we're already almost at 200 cards scanned. So like the fact that I've been able to scan 100 cards, I'd say within like 45 minutes for a lot of this stuff is like really good. And the quality of this stuff is so nice in the sense of the scans. So, but I do like kind of going back to streaming on YouTube. I do like the fact that it's a little bit more chill, and you can kind of, you know, you can kind of chill. You don't have to be. I don't have to be like zooted the entire time. Tackle work full time, fitting streaming in cards. Oh no, I beyond understand, Bronze, for sure. Like my schedule, even right now. Honestly I wish I could even do. Did I scan? I had to. Yeah, the discoverability is really where it kind of is tough. But yeah, I just really think that like once you get a schedule that works for you, I think the biggest thing for me was really determining like what I prioritize the most. Because like for example, you're kind of like resonating with a lot of the decisions that I had to make. So I used to do powerlifting for a little bit, and I would be in the gym for like 3 hours, like every other day. So as a result of that, a lot of like the card stuff had to go on the side. But since I really wanted to, you know, pursue this side business more and make it a little bit more legitimate, you know, I had to make some sacrifices at the end of the day. So I pulled back a little bit on the gym. Like I still go, but I don't go for 3 hours. I go for like an hour. And then just making it so that it's consistent to where people, like, that's why television shows were so successful, right? Is like they're always consistent at the same time. Oh, you subbed. I appreciate that. Sorry, I thought that's another thing I got to look into. Apparently my my alerts didn't work. They should have told me that you subbed, so I appreciate it. Very much so. But yeah, Pancake, it's a struggle for sure. But yeah, it's really tough just to try to like organize it all, you know, like when you have work and you have at-home obligations, but then you have to keep healthy, and then you have to figure out, okay, you know, I want to stream, but like at the end of the day, you have to start, you know, making those sacrifices, and it's a really tough pill to swallow, and like really ask yourself, like, is it something I'm interested in like putting my time into? So that's what I would say, you know, for that discoverability, just really kind of, I think the biggest thing that I could kind of offer is, you know, really figure out like what makes you unique compared to like everyone else. And I'll give an example. Like one example I give often is like people who do like Pokemon rip and ships. So they were really popular during COVID because a lot of people couldn't get their hands on product and they were stuck inside. So as a result, people would, you know, stay on their phone, stay at home, watch, you know, they really wanted to like buy Pokemon, but they couldn't go out. So rip and ships was a really good solution for COVID. But now, since COVID's done and a lot of the supply of cards is back on the shelf, like, you know, and it's not nearly as bad, it's really interesting to see how many people who do rip and ships are still active or still have a following because it's so saturated. So when you do stream, really just ask yourself, like, what makes you, like, both what makes you unique to stand out amongst the crowd, and then what will allow you to shine, like, your true personality into your streams that, like, will make people say, like, hey, like, you know, I really enjoy, like, coming to this person because they have, you know, this level of personality or whatever that I've never seen in other people. Like exactly what I'm kind of doing right now, right? Like I personally really like to give my insight on all my experiences that I've learned to people who ask, and I'm not gonna, you know, so like I offer a lot of different free services to the community. Like one of them that I do every Wednesday is I review people's cards through our Discord for a free grade review. So if someone's like, hey, like I really want to get into PSA grading, but I don't want to spend the $15 to do so or whatever, I say, hey, join the Discord, submit your cards into a channel, and every Wednesday I'll review them, and I'll give what I think it would get, and then we can review what the community thinks it'll get. So you know, just stuff like that. You know, not a lot of people are offering just free advice or free services or just like chilling looking at cool cards. You know, it's all like QVC, like shoving products down each other's throat. I had a somewhat successful giveaway only stream for a few months during COVID. Yeah, and giveaway, and it's really tough too, because like I offer giveaways, but only through like certain milestones, and I do it in a way that the more, like, the longer you stick around, the higher your odds are. Because I know when I used to stream way back in the day, I'm talking like 2013 when I was in college, one of the biggest things that I kept seeing people do was giveaways. But what would happen is people would follow your channel just to apply for the giveaway, and if they didn't win, they would just unfollow. So there was literally no incentive to stick around long term. So there's tools, like one of the tools that I use for giveaways is called Gleam, so GLEAM.io. I'm not sponsored by them at all, but it allows you to give like more submissions for people who have participated in other giveaways or follow you for a certain amount of time, stuff like that, to incentivize people to stay longer for future giveaways. But exactly. Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, you just like, it's just, but at the end of the day too, like kind of look at it from like a glass half full. Like if you really feel passionate and you really feel that you have something that's unique to offer to the community, and it's coming from a place that's like you're truly genuine and not trying to just like get money and get your bag and get out, then you'll really be successful, as long as you put in the time and effort into doing it. So I hope for the best, honestly. I hope that you're courageous enough to kind of take that leap. Like, it is scary, you know, like, and it is going to take some time. It is going to take some commitment, but it's always cool to see if people, you know, take that risk and try to take their shot, you know. Oh, for sure. But at the end of the day, like, it's a healthy way of seeing, you know, like, you tried it before, you know, what worked, what didn't work, learn from your mistakes, and then you just become a better, you know, just a better person overall, better streamer overall, because you know what not to do. You know, trust me, I've learned a lot of different mistakes. I'm always like trial and error, trying different stuff, you know. And I just came to find out, like, after that trial and error of, like, you know, at first I was like, oh, people like watching other people open packs, so I just like would do that. But then I would never get any followers. Like, okay, well, you know, I just see nothing but that. What's something that I feel like I can provide? And I started going down more of like the educational, like informative content, even though it's not like the most popular or the most flashy. Like, there were still areas of opportunity there too. And I just kind of kept growing on that, kept, you know, slowly but surely. And then my big one was starting to, you know, apply for a small business and start to go to more vendor shows and like all the vendor POV videos. I've done a few of them. Already I did a few shows that I uploaded on this YouTube channel that were like super fun to talk with the community and just nerd out. Like, I love it. It's super fun. It's a nice, fun, I see it as a creative outlet. I don't see it, I'm not making, like, granted, I'm going to be selling cards, but I could just be doing this without streaming it. But I like I like engaging with, you and Pancake, just as an example. You know, just makes it engaging and fun and creative, and talking with people who, you know, are of like mind, you know, and trying to create a community that I want to be a part of, you know, which is just like, I'm not trying to scam everyone. I'm not trying to, I don't know. I just do it for fun at the end of the day. Like, I don't need the, like, that's another part too, is I don't need the money for doing all this. I just love doing it. So that allows me to be a lot more creative and not as desperate. That's awesome. Yeah, you're definitely on the right path of, you know, saving up a little nest egg to do those types of investments, to build an inventory. Because like all you're seeing right now, like all these scans and stuff, this has been sitting in my inventory forever. But again, they're just so low cost that it hasn't been worth my time. But this scanner has been like saving me. Like, the fact that I've been able to talk this whole time, I'm already at 110 cards scanned. Like, it's a no-brainer. Yeah, exactly. Bronze God. Exactly. It's just fun. I don't know. I just like nerding out with the community, honestly. Because there are so many cards that I've like seen in person, that I've never owned personally, and you can kind of see back here too, like my big wall of. So all these are all my personal collection back when I was a kid, that I have on my wall. And I just like love talking about this stuff, you know. Like, all that, like, none of that's gradable. It's all beat to crap. You know, I remember bringing most of that to my playground as a kid. But it's just fun to talk about. You know, everyone has fun stories, you know. And it's always just cool. I just love talking with new people, too. You're talking about this? Bronze? So all this on my wall is all WotC, like, for the original 150. So base, fossil, jungle. Some of it's probably base set 2. Again, I didn't care. Like, when I was a kid, I was like, you know, whatever gets me to the Charizard faster, I don't really care. But that was also when I thought, and then I have, like, my whole, kind of show while I'm scanning, like, I have my whole, like, collector case here. So, like, up here, I have this on my Discord, but the top has like a lot of old packs that I opened, like jungle packs, some game, like my original N64, like Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap, and like down below you can't really see it, but the third rack is a Pikachu N64 that I remember getting, or my buddy got, for his birthday or Christmas. But when he moved out of state, he was very generous enough to give it to me because he knows I'm obsessed with Pokemon. And I just love like the gimmicky stuff too, like the old like collector's guides and whatever. Those are so funny. But yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, sometimes you can find some really good stuff at garage sales. Like it's obviously getting like rarer and rarer, but what's nice about it, you know, is that there are still people, you know, that are older that don't sell online or whatever, that they just still like to have, like, just to sell their stuff at garage sales, you know, and you can often get a pretty good deal if you know what to look for, or like when to go and whatever. I bought a, and the other thing too about garage sales too is you can, like, even though it might not be like Pokemon directly, there's some other stuff that, like, if you have an eye for, you can still sell that to supplement your Pokemon. So I'll give you an example. There is a garage sale like circuit in my area that I went to, and I picked up a black console Wii, and like Wii Resort, Wii Sports, and a GameCube Animal Crossing for $10 total. So I bought all that stuff for $10, and I flipped it, and then all the money that I got from that, I just put back into the business and to Pokemon and whatever. So it's like, yeah, you might not be able to like directly find Pokemon, but it shouldn't discourage you from at least going out there, because garage sales, if you know what you're looking for and you have the patience to kind of learn the market, it's pretty crazy. What else do I got here? We got some random Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, apparently. Let's see. Just kind of looking through here. Some first edition. I think that's all first ed, right? Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I love to hear stories like that. It's super cool. And I'm honestly like, here, I guess here's like another kind of food for thought is, you know, it shouldn't, like, how do I want to say this? Like, you shouldn't see every person in your space like as a threat. Because sometimes, like, if you branch out to other collectors who are also like reselling, they might not have the funds or the ability to buy something that you directly want. So if you have those good relationships, they'll refer you to certain collections or whatever that they couldn't afford. Versus if you're trying to like cutthroat everyone, then you kind of run the risk of having that exposure shrink down. You know, it's, I don't know. I think there's enough meat on the bone for everyone to kind of get a piece. That's just my thought, though. I've been putting that into practice for a while, and it I haven't felt the long-term negative effects of it yet. Maybe like in the short term from here and there, but those aren't people I'd want to associate with long-term anyway. Few LGS that throw away all their bulk. Yeah, I mean, if you have the time, man, there's definitely meat on the bone left. 800,000 cards across Pokemon. I believe, yeah, especially with like doing like that, you know, because most people, I mean, I can honestly say that I'm like this too. In most cases, I'll just, you know, when I did open like, I don't open packs anymore because my luck is atrocious. But yeah, there's, including myself, it's like if I didn't get the hit, the whole pile is just done. But I have been donating it now. Like if for the business, just to get A, to get a tax write-off, and B, to, you know, give back to my community. Because there are kids, you know, who can't afford packs to begin with. So if you can give them commons and uncommons, make their day, like, why not? That's kind of how I see it. There's a local school that I do that with. It's ultimately up how far somebody wants to take. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh, like the weight of the cards? That's crazy. I'm laughing more of just like how, like, cardboard, you know, you don't really think about it, you know, like these cards weigh almost nothing. But the moment, you know, the moment you have 80,000 of them or whatever, like it gets pretty heavy. They get pretty heavy. That's wild. Yeah, I can say that I haven't had that many cards in my vehicle at once to the point where it was causing me harm. That's wild. Well, I'm glad you're safe, man. That's always scary. Car stuff on, especially on a highway, is always very scary. It's crazy too, because like I'm just like trying to think of like all the stuff. Like I even have like Yu-Gi-Oh stuff up here that I just have been putting off for so long because I just did not want to do this without a scanner, and here I am finally doing it. Like I even have like, let's see, this whole like tin of just like random stuff I got. I think I got this from a garage sale, just like it was like $5 or something, but it's all like old Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of most of it's just beat. So just trying to I gotta list that at some point. But anyway. No, you're good. I appreciate you sticking around and chatting with me, making this process go by a little bit faster. But yeah, I apologize. I thought the sub would have popped up, but I'm sure my alerts are all messed up. Or I've been messing around with them for like 2 days straight. But yeah, I appreciate you sticking around. I'm sure I'll see you around. Because it's actually good timing, because probably have to head out here in a few minutes, but I'll probably be streaming again tonight. Because again, I gotta scan these cards, man. I cannot keep putting it off. I just have to just do it. Like there's no other way that I can say it. I just have to sit down and just start scanning cards. So. It is what it is. It's not going to scan themselves. Jeez, I'm already at 254 cards scanned. That's crazy. And then we just do this. This is so nice. And then card scans goes right to the Pokemon folder. And look at that. There they go. And that's it. That's all there is to it. But All right, chat. Well, I have to dip out, but I'll definitely be. I hopefully should be on actually later tonight. This is kind of a nice test, because I've been having to just do troubleshooting for like this whole week.